Let me ask you about a Cornell West quote. He writes, "The crisis of leadership," he's talking about black people, "is a symptom of black distance from a vibrant tradition of resistance, from a vital community bonded by ethical ideals, and from a credible sense of political struggle." Do you think Black America is suffering from a crisis of black leadership? And if so, does he describe it well here?
I can definitely agree with that statement. And I think it's very well described when you think of, when I think of the communities in which I've lived. And it really isn't the community. I think that what we have nowadays, again, speaking from the capitalist point of view, is an every man for himself mentality. Whether it's the drug dealer who wants to get a lot of money so he can buy cars, or the black banker who wants to get a lot of money so he can buy himself a mansion, or whatever it is. There's not a sense of reach back. You walk through very few communities nowadays, no matter what they look like, where people really know each other like they did when my grandmother was raising her children. And you couldn't pass a corner without needing to say hello to 20 different people if you lived in the city, because you knew all of them and you cared about them, and you thought about things like, oh, Emma's son really likes basketball and I got these free tickets, I'm going to give them to him. I don't think that we live in that kind of a society anymore. So I think that in terms of a black community, I wouldn't say that we have one. I think there are different segments. I think there's I'm on the fringes of things and I'm doing things that I shouldn't do. And we know that a lot of those people are in prison or in some sort of criminal life, or, living some kind of way on the negative periphery. I think that we have the people who have ascended to a high place in society and have sort of mix themselves throughout the country, which, to each his own, that's choice. And then I think we have the urban working class African Americans, and we have the spiritual and religious African Americans. And I don't think that we band together and talk about networking and linking in the same way that a lot of other cultures have. I don't think that we view ourselves as much of a fraternity and sorority as once was, where if you saw another black person, or if you went on a march, or if you went to go and, when was the last time we really had a march or stood up for something that we really believed in, even if it was just against the war?
Gina,
exactly, Gina 6. And that's true. That is one of those movements that has changed our lives. And the one thing that I could say about that is that I think we need more of that. It wasn't about press and politics. I think it really was about rallying around a community and saying, we're going to stop this and we're going to make things happen that are positive. And that was probably the first time that people really felt that since the 1970s. We had the Million Man March and, the resurgence of the Million Family March and things like that. But I think we need more of the community building and community based on sense of place, not necessarily where you live.